Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and a demo of yet another foundation. I swear this is going to be like my millionth foundation video that I've done recently. I've had so many that most of my videos seem to be all foundations. This one is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. And this has not been on the market that long. It's relatively new, but as you guys know, I've had so many foundations to get through. That's why I have not had a chance to do a review up until now. Now, I hope you don't mind the black background. I feel like I might be a bit of a floating head. Give me some feedback below, because of all my backgrounds, this is probably my least favourite. But obviously you are my viewers, so let me know, because I just feel like I'm a bit of a floating head, you know. So yes, so this foundation retails at £34, and I bought mine from Cult Beauty. You can also buy yours from Beauty Bay. It comes in 17 shades, which is about an average amount for foundation shades on the market. Not everybody has as many as Rihanna or as many as MAC, for example. So 17 shades I'd say is so. Hopefully there is a shade for everybody. Now, I have used this a couple of times, and just to get straight into the review, oh my god, this is probably my favourite foundation of 2017. Yes, you heard it right. I have finally found a full coverage foundation, which is not cakey, which doesn't make me look like I have got a mask on. It's not difficult to blend, is not thick, and therefore easy to blend. And I absolutely love this. This is a 10 out of 10. I do not remember the last time I gave a foundation a 10 out of 10. A full coverage one, I have never ever done that. My preference is always medium to buildable, so that you can build it up without having that extra full coverage kind of forced on you. And with other full coverage ones I've got, I'll give the example of the Kat Von D Lock-It one. Very thick, very mask-like. You have to blend it quite a lot to get it to look more like airbrushed and more natural. Same with the Huda Beauty one as well. Full coverage, but again, it just does not sit well on the face. It's too thick and it accentuates texture and pores on the skin. Another one that I've got is the Hourglass Vanish stick foundation, which is a really good foundation. However, because it is in a stick form, it's quite oily, and it can turn your skin oily quite quickly, and it moves around a lot. This one beats all of them hands down. I'm in love with this. Honestly, I'm in love with this foundation. Now, first off, when I first ordered this blindly online, I was like, and I got it, I opened the box and I was like, okay, that's a very big box. You open it up and there it is. It is the tiniest little thing you have ever seen. And look at it compared to that. And I was like, Jouer, come on now. What a waste of packaging, and very deceiving as well. This does not show you that. Look at the size comparison. It's such a waste and such a lie. And it is 20ml for £34. That is expensive. The first time when I bought it and I looked at it and I was like, 20ml for £34, you had better be amazing. And you know what, I'm happy to say that I made that comment and then it did not let me down. The thing is, as much as it is £34, which is pricey for a 20ml foundation, when standard foundations are 30ml, and other ones on the market nowadays are like my new Primark one, which I love, is 35ml. The Huda Beauty one is also 35ml, and I believe the Huda one is, and I'm just using that as comparison because it's a recent purchase of mine, and that one is 35ml and costs about the same, 32, 33, 34 pounds. But I did a little bit of research on it, tried it out myself, and it will last so much more longer than other foundations. And the reason being, you literally need half a pump to cover your entire face. Half a pump. This foundation is so intensely pigmented that you do not need more than half a pump. Any more than that and it just won't look right on your face. It won't sit well. So let me just quickly read what their claims are. So it says, for flawlessly full nourishing foundation coverage, blah blah, Jouer's foundation. This delivers an impeccable airbrushed matte finish instantly with a concentrated formula that's sublimely smooth, so you won't have to wait long to attain complexion perfection. What's more, the liquid is enriched with a host of skin-loving ingredients for a calming, cooling effect that minimizes redness, blah blah, hyaluronic acid, great, plumping, peptide, right, to give a fresh, youthful finish in a spectrum of 17 natural-looking shades. Long-wearing formula delivers a full coverage matte finish that will not budge unless you want it to. Not sure about that line. I hate it when brands state that. Don't say that when it's not completely true. Not only does it offer airbrush levels of perfection, it nourishes skin with ingredients, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's what they say. You know what? Other than that whole, oh, it will not budge, there is only one foundation out there that I have found to be budge proof, and that is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. It's the only one. This one does transfer, but it does not transfer loads. So let me give you what my thoughts are of this foundation, and you will see whether or not I agree. I actually do agree with all the points that they have stated. In terms of when it comes to the ingredients, I'm not so good with all that scientific schmonsence, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, it'll make me look young, yeah, that's great, fine, good. Unless you use something which is like skincare for weeks and weeks and months, you don't really see the benefits of it, and by then this will probably finish anyway, and I'll probably move on to something else. Well, as I'm calling this my HG foundation, my foundation of 2017, I probably will repurchase it. What I love about this is it's got a really thinner consistency. It's not thick at all, so it's very, very runny. So you can easily apply it all over your face and blend it in without that thickness that you have to get with all other full coverage foundations where you've got to use a beauty blender to blend them out. This one, you can just use any old brush. The brush that I've been using for this is the Real Techniques buffing brush. It's dense enough, but it's not too thick and it's not too thin, and it really blends everything in beautifully. It looks flawless after 12 hours. My skin looks youthful, it looks glowing, it delivers a beautiful matte finish, but it's nice and even coverage, covers all imperfections. It is very, very full coverage and very pigmented, and I love that. I don't look cakey at all. It does not accentuate pores, it does not accentuate texture, it does not cling to any dry patches on my face. And what I love about it is, despite the fact that it is a full coverage foundation, I still look absolutely beautifully natural, and I love, love, love this. So that's my review of the foundation. Now I'm going to show you a demo of me using this. For reference, my shade is bronzed, and it works perfectly for my NC40 skin tone in MAC, if that's the reference you want to go by. I know you guys have been seeing a lot of this mug recently, but listen, I'm sitting in the garage and it's cold. I need some warmth. Hogwarts. So as you guys can see, I've already done my makeup. My hair is not styled yet, which is why it may be looking a bit bushy, but it may also be blending into the black background, which is great. I will style it after I finish my makeup. So the first thing, I've already moisturized my skin. It's lovely and moisturized. I'm going to apply my primer, which is the primer I've been using quite a lot. You would have seen recently. It's actually nearly finished, so I'll probably move on to something else. And it's The Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. So now I look lovely and red, as I always do when I'm... There we go, just making sure I got it right in there, you know. What else can I say about this? Oh, by the way, it comes in, while this just settles onto my face, I forgot to say, it comes in a very heavy duty glass bottle. It is quite weighty. Be careful, if you drop it, it will smash and you'll be stuffed. And it also comes with a pump, and as it is a very liquidy foundation, you've got to make sure that you shake it so that any separation that has occurred combines itself again. So, can you hear it? That's how liquidy it is. And it's got a decent pump on it. So literally half a pump is enough to cover my entire face. Just so you can see how runny it is. I probably won't even use all of this that I've put on my hand. The smell of it is very industrial, chemical, strange smell, but it's not too off-putting and it doesn't bother me so much. Right, so I'm now going to blend it all in using my Real Techniques buffing brush. Okay, so that is one layer done. How am I looking on camera? Is the black background making me look like I'm a ghost? Believe me when I say this matches me, yeah? So look, so you can see it on my neck. Hopefully. I can't look at the viewfinder at the same time. But it does. And everything is beautifully covered. I've got a tiny bit left on my hand. I'm just going to so it's not wasted. Just apply it extra to my problem spots. See how pigmented this is? So pigmented. And it starts to dry quite quickly too. So you do have to work fast. Because as you saw, because I was too busy chatting while I was putting it on, I was like, oh my god, now it's starting to dry. So I had to blend a little bit more than I normally have to. But everything is blended in. So before I powder and do my concealer and everything else, it dries down to a very matte looking finish. Can you see? I'm not shining because I've got nothing else on my face. And it's not tacky, but it's not dry either, if that makes sense. It's not like completely smooth. You do have to powder it down. I would always recommend powdering any foundation that you apply to your face, because eventually, no matter whether it's matte, whether you've got dry skin or not, the natural oils in your skin will come out throughout the day, and applying a little bit of powder on top will ensure that your foundation stays in place for a lot longer, rather than if you had applied no powder at all. Obviously, it's down to personal preference whether you want to or you don't, but in my opinion, I would always advise to put a little bit of powder. You don't have to put a lot. And it does not oxidize or anything on me. So as you can see, this matches me really nicely. So I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup off camera. The powder I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder, which I always use. And then I will come back in a second and finish off my review. Voila, I am back. All my makeup is done. On my lips, I'm wearing Colourpop Sizzle. And seeing as I'm wearing a Jouer foundation, I thought it made sense to wear the Jouer lip topper in Skinny Dip. Sparkly gold lip gloss, basically. And that's it. So here is how the foundation looks with all the rest of my makeup on. I've got contour, highlight, blush, etc. I really like how it looks. It's very full coverage, like I've said, so go in with a very, very light hand, meaning that your foundation should last you a really long time. So it doesn't seem so bad that it's 20ml for £34, because you can understand that you are going to use it for a really long time, because a little bit goes such a long way. I do like the fact that it's got hyaluronic acid in it, which is great for the skin as well, and other skincare properties, which is always good. Personally, I love this foundation. I think it's amazing. It is definitely the best full coverage foundation I have ever tried. I'm not going to say it's better than other foundations of mine. I'm purely comparing it to full coverage foundations. There is no point me comparing it to like a BB cream, if that makes sense. So in terms of the best full coverage foundation I have ever tried, that is definitely the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. And as I said, my shade is in the shade Bronzed. You can see now it matches perfectly and it looks amazing, covers all my imperfections, feels quite soft to the touch, but I do get a little bit of transfer even after I've only had it on for about half an hour. So just bear in mind, be careful, don't rub on it, don't give too many hugs, that sort of thing. So that's it. So let me know what your thoughts are on the foundation. Are you going to try it? Have you tried it? What are your thoughts? Are you going to try it? Other than that, I hope you guys are wonderful and great. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.